When you think about the tower defense genre, innovation isn't exactly a word you associate with it. And yet, Rock of Ages is genuinely innovative. It brings together two entirely foreign kinds of games, throws in a healthy dose of humour, and leaves us with one of the most interesting and entertaining little games so far this year. The basic plot works like this. Sisyphus is having a bad day down in hell. He's rolling a boulder up the hill, but a little demon keeps poking him in the behind and making the boulder roll right back down to the bottom of this little hill. Then Sisyphus comes up with a brilliant idea. Use the boulder to crush the demon and escape hell. He does this, and it kicks off an epic journey through the ages, in which Sisyphus needs to literally crush a wide range of historical figures under his rolling rock. It's incredibly silly, and the cutscenes that introduce each level are downright hilarious. History and mythology buffs are going to get a real kick out of this game. Moving to the game itself, it's split into two phases which play out in real time, so players need to be on their toes. The first phase sets players the task of building defences. These are exactly what you would expect for a tower defense game. You've got standard towers, catapults, bombs, and other such objects designed to get between the enemy and the end goal. In this case, it's your castle. The second phase involves rolling a boulder down a hill, and this phase plays out a little bit like Sega's Monkey Ball series. During the phase, you'll need to navigate through an environment and dodge the obstacles that the enemy has set down for you. The faster your boulder is rolling when it crashes into the enemy castle, the more damage it does. All up, the action gets very frantic as you rush to lay down your defences and then roll the ball down the hill before the opponent. He who draws the first blood has a significant advantage as the level ends once either castle door is smashed down, so if things do get a little tight strategically with the trap placement, being the fastest down the hill does end up as being the decider. In addition to an extensive single-player story mode, there are a few throwaway minigames, such as a time trial and a race mode. These are not particularly diverting, but will add an hour or so extra to the single-player story. In addition, there is a multiplayer game, which is probably the most balanced and interesting multiplayer tower defense game that I've ever seen produced. With a stunning art style that is a display on the dominant art movements of each era that Sisyphus visits, tight controls, and a genuine sense of humour, Rock of Ages is a real winner, and it is not one I would have ever seen coming. Kudos to Atlas for picking this one up.